Hi everyone, in this quick video I'm going to edit this photo and we're going to try and see if we can bring all the darks up and get a bit more definition into the sky and see if there's anything else we can do while we're on. Photo was taken at Staithes on the northeast coast of England. ISO 100, 16mm, f8 at 1/500th of a second. It's taken from me Nikon D500 with the 16-80 f2.8. It was handheld. I couldn't see the point of putting it on the tripod, but it was basically a recce for going back for a sunrise one day. So I'm going to jump straight into it and I'll talk you through how I'd edit this photo. So I've already got remove gravity aberrations on, so I'm not bothered about that. So enable profile correction. Now you can do one or two things to this. Some people will hit edit or auto and that's what it does. I mean, it's not bad as a starting point, but it's not for me. If you want to go back after you've done anything to the step before, if you just go into the history and it'll take you back to that. So obviously the blacks are really dark and that's what we need to get up. So we'll put the blacks up. I want to put the lights down because I think this is burnt out a bit, so we need that down anyway. So we'll take that down and straight away you're starting to get some nice definition in the clouds. Bring the shadows up because basically that's what the photo is. It's really shaded around here, so we'll bring the shadows up as well. Now, well, it doesn't look too bad, but I'm just going to pump the exposure up a little bit more as well. I think that's not too bad exposure wise. Right, a little bit of dehaze, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of contrast, and them three things alone will make the image seem a little bit darker. So the two things you can do, you can just put the highlights up, but be aware of this, or you can just put the exposure up and that should take you back to where you were, but these are still in effect on the image. Now I think the colours could do with some going over, so vibrance, we'll push that up by 10, saturation, well sorry, vibrance up by 20, saturation I think about 25. I'm going to knock the vibrance down by 115. There you go. So everything's quite nice, it's quite colourful, but if you notice in the sky I have two little pesky birds flying around, which I really don't want them to be there. So go to your top right, go to spot removal, click on spot removal. Now as you can see there, you've got a circle within a circle. The inner circle is basically it'll take and remove anything. The outer circle will bleed it in or feather it in, as it says there. So all you have to do is click on what you want to remove and Lightroom will do the rest. Gone. I'll get this one out of the way as well. Again, gone. So press done and press zoom out and they've now gone. As you can see there's a wire that goes right across the top of that, which doesn't look that good, but it's coming over here somewhere, so we could take it out. It won't take as long to do it, so again, spot removal, drop it down a little bit size wise. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, you can just use your middle wheel on your mouse, and all you've got to do is just do little bits at a time and let the computer do its work. When you want to move the photo, if you keep your finger on space left click, keep your finger down and just drag, and then take all fingers off and you're back to normal. And then you can do a little bit more. If you're not too happy with what the computer's coming up with, you can always change it. Always move it around. Just so it's a little bit better for yourself. So I'm just going to start doing this quickly so you're not sat there looking at this for hours. It's better to do it in little batches. It'll show up less on your actual photo. But I'm just showing you what you can do quite quickly when editing. You don't have to spend hours and hours and hours on a photo. Although I have spent about 45 minutes doing a Milky Way one, but I went really overboard with that. Like really overboard. Don't worry if you do something like this. You can always go back one. Yeah. Drop this down a bit. And just go over the corner. So press done and come out and you won't even notice there. No, can't even see it, which is just what we want. Spot removal is brilliant for taking off loads of little bits. You might have had a duck in the water here you weren't quite happy with. Take that out, not a problem. If you really wanted to, you could take some of these rocks out, but I think it just gives a bit of foreground. Right, so now we've done that, I'm going to dehaze it a little bit more. I'll just put the lights up a little bit. No, I'm not. I'm going to put the... That's better. Yeah, it's quite nice. And that's about it. I'm quite happy with that. Like I say, to go from what we went from, which is them two, right, it's a total different image now. So don't just throw them away. Have a look at them. If you think, oh, if it's sharp in the camera, fair enough. Bring it home, have a look at it on the computer, and then go from there. One thing I'd probably say here is if this was flat, obviously not moving, it is a river or stream, and the tide is going out or gone out, so it's moving quite fast. But if it was quite flat, there would be nothing to stop you from doing an adjustment brush, going over the top of it and bringing that out even more so it's lighter again. But I'll show you adjustment brushes on another video. Anyway, thanks for taking note, and hopefully you'll subscribe and share. Thanks very much. Bye now.